Welcome. Hashtag TheVERSASHOW is part of an entertainment podcast that exercises our freedom of speech. Our conversations, opinions, debate on a certain topic is not to offend anyone in any source. For that being said, enjoy the show.
Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? And welcome to another special, excuse me, I'm so sorry, listen. Welcome to another beautiful edition here on Hashtag The Versus Show. And I am the host, the one that you have vote, the GOAT, the Versa. And I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for viewing a beautiful another episode here on Hashtag The Versa Show. And you make sure that you do these three things. You make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Look, excuse me. First and foremost, my homie, he hit me up. He was like, yo, Versa, you gonna talk about this Drake and Kendrick beef again? Because I want to get on it. I told him straight up, yo, I am putting that beef to bed. I'm done with that. I'm exhausted. I'm really happy that they're not making any tracks, or at least Drake is not making any tracks, but who knows what Kendrick's doing behind closed doors, right? So, but it was a good rap beef, you know, but I did tell him that I would give you my take at the end, like who won the whole rap war, you know, and to me it was just quite simple. But I'm not gonna really get into it, you feel me what I'm saying, because I don't want to drain you guys just on that, you feel me, like, because, you know, it turned violent afterwards, you know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoying the Versa Island. I want to give each and every 20,145 people that has viewed the video, and I thank you guys so much. You guys are looking at the Versa with his craft and his creativity, and each and every single day I'm just trying to do things better, you feel me what I'm saying, just to give you guys a nice beautiful entertainment. So thank you very much. And as well, the album is still TBA, so who knows, let's see what's gonna happen. So but it's gonna be a good album. Dave Dalton, the four-time Grammy Award winner, is booked. So you know, I'm just waiting patiently and whatnot. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it with the show, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to really waste any more time. So again, you know, I'm just going to talk about this little, not too much about this little rap wars, okay? So, but anyway, just a little bit on these rap wars. Drake right now said on the Hearts Part 6 that he's calling it. He's giving up. You know, he's pretty much, he said that he's not doing this no more. You know, he had fun doing it, but now is back to get him to business. And to tell you the truth, to me, this kind of goes back to when he made Back to Back, you know, when he dissed Meek Mills, which was his anthem diss track against anybody. And Drake pretty much said, like, you know, in one of the verses, he says, you know, I don't want to hear about this ever again, you know. Even though he switched it up, like, you know, don't even tell me if they better our friends. But when he says, like, you know, and then he says, you know, I took a break from views, now it's back to that. He's pretty much saying it's like, look, I could go at you, but I'm not going to do this all day with you, okay? So he's pretty much telling Kendrick in the Heart Part 6, like, you know, oh, well, listen, I could battle you all day, homie, but it's not going to be all year. Like, you trying to do this all year round. Nah, homie, there's other things to do. There's other fish to fry. I ain't doing this with you. So he just pretty much just called it. You know, he's like, yo, man, you got it. But when Kendrick, when he hit that Not Like Us, whew, man. And this should let y'all know, not only Not Like Us is #1 on Apple, is streaming highly on Spotify, and as well is now the #1 song on Billboard. with number 3, Euphoria, and Family Matters is number 7, and Like That is number 4, I believe, number 5 and number 4. But man, Kendrick, he hit that Not Like Us, man. That was a, hey, must on the beat, ho. I mean, Kendrick killed it with that song. I'm sorry, man. That was the knockout punch. That was the Tyson knockout punch right there. That's what Drake was like. That's what Drake gonna post up Good Times, Back to the Summer Vibe, because he knows, man. Drake knows, like, bro, you got no choice but to go back to the summer vibe, Drake, because Not Like Us is gonna be pretty much a summer song. I hate to say it, man. Like, man, damn. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God's watching. Man, that's crazy. But anyway, like, and then now Game is going after Rick Ross. And I was like, yo, Game is the type of person, right? When the beef is happening, he's like, yo, oh shit, yo, who wants some? Who wants some? Who wants some of me? Who wants some of me? And it's like, yo, Game, ain't nobody calling you out, man. Like, who you trying to pick a fight with? So then he decided to pick a fight with Rick Ross. I guess Wingstop is not selling any wings, and then he hit him up with a diss track. I mean, listen, I say this, man. Once Kendrick start dissing Drake heavily, everybody else was like, yo, I need to start dissing my old homies. I need to start dissing the homies that I had beef with. Like, come on now. Like, damn, I feel like Kendrick, he really started some hatred going on. But anyway, like, I want to recap on the shooting that happened, and they said a third person was trying to get into Drake's house, and he was caught by his security guard. His security guard was also shot as well. I said this on the previous episode on 63. I said that along that this rap beef just stays on wax, then I'm cool with it. As long as it stays on a record, it stays on a billboard, I'm cool with it. Now, once it gets to violence, it has to stop. It has to end. I'm sorry. That's it. Game's over. Because you guys fucked it up. When really they just trying to have some rap fun. I might call it rap wars, but they call it rap wars. It's not calling like real war. Like, these two are really gonna go at it. And speaking of, on a previous episode, I also said on the album cover of, or the single cover of Not Like Us, once Kendrick posted up Drake's house, I said it. Drake is gonna have to move. He's gonna have to move. That whole house gonna have to be renovated, has to be emptied out for some other person to live there. Some million or billionaire that nobody knows to live there. Drake is gonna have to move somewhere that is highly low key. That part I was like, Kendrick went too far. Because one thing with Drake, I don't think he really exposed Kendrick out like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though come on, the van being crushed, that's different. I'd rather have somebody make a video of my car being crushed than to post up my house where I live. So when Kendrick did that, I was like, man, that was a bit too far. That was really crossing it. I'm just saying, if it was me, someone posted up my house and knowing that I'm a big, large, huge celebrity, just fame guy, I would move. I will literally just say, fuck it, get the clothes, get the whole equipment, get everything, and just move somewhere that nobody will know where I'm at. They won't even figure me where I'm at. So I kind of knew, like, when Kendrick did that, I was like, damn, man, Kendrick fucked up. Damn, that was heavy. Really heavy. So, but, this is what happens. The repercussions. But I just hope everybody is safe, and everybody over in Canada, stop the bullshit, please, and everybody else too that's doing this whole rap beef and whatnot. Let's just keep it on the record, please. Let's not elevate the violence. All right. One thing with Kendrick, I don't want Kendrick to be a hypocrite, and, telling Drake, like, hey, you got to teach your son how to pray and how to be disciplined and how to do things right in the world, give him the tools to be the proper man that he's supposed to be. But you over here telling Drake's mom, Sandra, that, your son is sick and guys like him, he should die. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, Kendrick, your son or your future daughter, whatever, could be hearing this record that you made against Drake, wishing him to die, and then they're going to go around and wishing other people to die themselves. But anyway, hey, but listen, it kind of went far once somebody got shot and then they trying to cross over somebody else property place. So it just has to stop. That's it. Game, Rick Ross, keep it on the record, please. Please don't go overboard. Overboard. I don't want to hear like, oh, Game went to Miami and, something got shot up. Rick Ross went to LA and something got shot up. Please, no. Just keep it on the record, please. On the record. That's it. But anyway, I actually want to clarify something because I was watching with Charlemagne and his group of people on the Brilliant Idiots, and they was talking about like this hasn't been like the biggest rap beef since I think someone said since Drake and Meek Mills, but it was like, nah, man. To me, the biggest rap beef to me was probably Tupac and Biggie, because well, once again, I just want to correct people on this. Tupac was the one that threw the shots at Biggie. Biggie never had a beef with Pac. Never. So pretty much like Pac was throwing shots at Biggie and whatnot, and Biggie was like, yo, chill, man. Now everybody's talking about, oh, the who shot you, and that was towards Tupac. No, it wasn't. That was prior, before Tupac was shot at the Quad Studio, from what Rivera said. So, but other than that, that was the biggest, and Jay-Z and Nas as well too. That was huge as well. 50 Cent and Ja Rule, that was a big rap war. But other than that, man, just keep it on wax. Don't just start doing violence, man, because it's getting crazy when these people talking about, oh, well, they gotta kill him. Oh, Drake, you gotta fight him. Oh, you gotta slap him. Y'all not sending positive messages, man. Just tell Drake to come back with a heavy record, to come back with a banger. And the Heart Part 6 wasn't a banger. Not Like Us is a banger. Euphoria is a banger. Family Matters is a banger. But other than that, they ain't got to take it too far with violence, fighting, slapping, shooting, going to somebody's property. Hey, let's just keep it up. Let's just keep it like that. All right. So anyway, let's just go ahead and switch some gears, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I don't want this whole episode to be about the rap wars. But anyway, let's do some sports talks, ladies and gentlemen. Some sports talk. So I was at the barbershop. You feel me? I'm saying shout out to my boy Bobby Lee. Everybody at the Dyer barbershop over. It's a Jamaican barbershop over in Dyer Avenue. Shout out to them. So they had the Cleveland versus the Boston game. It was close. It was 64-65 the last time that I checked the score. I don't know who won, but so far that's looking like a good close series. Mavs and OKC, that's looking pretty tough too. Kyrie Irving's doing his thing once again, showing you guys that he is box office. So keep doing your thing, Kyrie Irving. Luka Doncic doing his thing too. So, I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. And as well too, Denver is having trouble with the Wolves, man. Yo, these defending champions, man. Yo, last episode, I forgot what episode, but I said A&T. I think his name was A&T. Anthony Edwards. That guy is just, he's playing how he's supposed to play. And I just want to say this, and I know this is not going to get nowhere near Anthony Edwards, but if it do, I just want to say, Anthony Edwards, the way that you're playing, keep playing. And I'm telling you, listen to me. If it gets to Anthony Edwards, listen to me, my man. You will be the highest paid athlete in the NBA if you keep playing like that. I'm telling you, if you keep putting points up, defense like that, you will be the highest paid NBA player in that generation. Let's see if you can get to the Western Conference, and most importantly, let's see if you can make it to the finals. And if Anthony Edwards can make the Timberwolves to the finals and overall win, Anthony Edwards, you're going to be the most highest paid NBA player in that generation, period, bar none. Episode 64 is saying it here. So, but that guy is killing it. He's killing it. He's killing it. He's killing it. Knicks and Pacers. Let me tell y'all. I always tell all my New Yorkers, and they always ask me, Versa, well, why ain't you a New York fan? Well, first of all, right here, I have the Yankee logo. Oh, I'm about to whip my shirt. Yankee logo tab. I don't know if you guys can see that. All right. 27 championships, man. Knicks hasn't won since 73. They are 2-2 with the Pacers. Ain't no way that they're going to the Eastern Conference the way that they're looking. And even if so, they cannot get past Boston. They gotta get past Boston. And if they don't get past Boston, then yeah, New York. Yeah, we are it. No, and then on top of that, Jalen Brunson is hurt. Come on, guys. Come on, New York. Come on. If we do make it to the finals, question is, because in my heart, I believe the Timberwolves will make it to the finals versus the Nuggets can make it to the finals. Mavs and Thunders, even though Thunders is number one, still. But I would say that if it has to be Wolves and Knicks, the way Anthony Edwards is playing, I think that's going to be a cakewalk for Anthony Edwards. If it's Denver versus Knicks, who in the Knicks center is going to defend Jokic? Who? That's what I want to know. And plus two, my man Murray. My man Murray too. Oh man, he is killing it. Killing it. Aaron Gordon, killing it. Michael Porter Jr., I believe he's still on the team. Killing it. If he's still on the team. Yeah, I believe he's still on the team. But Denver is loaded. To go up against the Knicks and Jalen Brunson is hurt. Come on now. Ain't no way. I sincerely feel like even if Boston goes to the finals, I sincerely feel like the West is going to take the whole thing again. It's either between the Nuggets or the Timberwolves because they are playing heavy. Let's break it down. Timberwolves against Mavs. I still think that the Timberwolves has a chance against the Mavs. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see how Jokic play. Let's see how Kyrie Irving play. Let's just see how the Denver squad play against these Timberwolves. All right. If it's Timberwolves and the Thunders, Thunder's playing like they're young. But again, man, and Rudy Gobert won Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know, man. I think I got the Timberwolves on this. So right here on episode 64, I got the Timberwolves to the finals. For the East, to tell you the truth, I got to continue looking at between Pacers and Knicks. That's the only way I could get my finals into my East into the finals. Because if not, then I got Boston. I got Boston and Timberwolves. That's my finals pick. But I'm a New Yorker. Let's just see what happens. If it's 3-2 Pacers, Well, if it's 3-2 Pacers, then I'm just like, oh my God, Knicks. I don't even think you guys are gonna do it. Let's hope so. If it's 3-2 Knicks, then I don't know, man. They got to get across Boston. Boston is that heavy team. And I told this to my boy Rico. Boston is a championship caliber team. I don't know when it comes with these Knicks. The same way when it comes to the Giants. The same way when it comes down to the Yankees. I ain't worried too much about the Mets or the Jets. Plus, the Jets' new outfit looks pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't even worrying about all them New York teams. The last New York team that won a championship was the New York Giants, and that was 2012. Okay, so everybody else, do the math. All right, this is why it's so hard for me to pick the Knicks, because it's just, can I really depend on them to win? Can I really? Any New York team, can I depend on them to win? Let's just see what happens. But so far, it's looking like a pretty good playoffs. You know, when I checked, it was like 1-2, 1-2, 2-2, 2-2. So it's looking pretty fly. But let's just see what happens. I know I got the Timberwolves because it looked like the Nuggets are in trouble. And I say that because, if anything, they should have been 3-1. The Nuggets should have been 3-1 against the Wolves. But if they 2-2 and let's say the 3-2 Timberwolves, yeah, Nuggets, you are in trouble. Trouble. Oh, anyway. But let me go ahead and wrap this show up, because I'm not going to just spend so much time here. I hit up Yanni just to see if, hey, let me just come by and do some photo shoots. I just got the lineup done looking fly, the hair done looking fly. So why not just trying to get a photo shoot done, or at least a video shoot done or something, but, that guy, Yanni, he's going through something. But anyway, he don't even really watches my show. And I even told him, I was like, bro, you need to start catching my shows, because I've been mentioning you and giving you some motivations and whatnot, but he's going through whole lady stuff and whatnot. But, it's just, man up, man up. You don't need them. You have a photography studio, use that. Like, that's the love of your life right there. And the best thing about your photography studio is that it brings you money, it brings you clients, it brings you new people to explore their stories. So, man up. You don't need them. What you need is you, to better you, to grow yourself, to know what you're all about, what you stand for. But hey, he's his own man, his own boss. So hopefully he'll figure it out. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Versus final word. Versus final word is real simple and real easy. Look, once again, ladies and gentlemen, backtracking to what I was saying about my photographer, Yanni Levy, just do what you love to do. And most importantly, just stick to what is best for you. I know sometimes it's so hard to be alone and whatnot. I understand. The verse is alone most of the time. But one thing that I learned on being alone is that you start doing your craft, you start doing what you love to do, and most importantly is that you start loving yourself more to love others. And you get to study people as well. You get to know who is in your life versus who you want in your life, versus if that person is beneficial to your life. Most people out here, man, they get into a relationship because they want somebody, they need somebody on their side. But little that they know is the person that they're dealing with might have trauma, might be hurting from something. One thing that I learned from females is like, yeah, well, I just got into a relationship because so I could get past my old relationship. No, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to heal from your past relationship to be prepared for your next relationship, to hopefully to be a better one. Stop jumping into relationships because you need somebody. Let that person notice your value. Notice like what you're worth. Notice what you're all about. Like for me, for instance, regardless that what situation that I'm in, one thing that I do know versus what I do believe is that the one for me will come. I just had to sit back and be patient. I just had to sit back and do my homework and know it's like, okay, seems to me this girl is she got her head on her shoulders. She ain't got no screws loose in her head. So, she seems like she's decent. She's right. Versus somebody that says, hey, I see that you got a podcast. I see that you're working on an album. You're doing music. You got a home studio. Let me contribute. Let me help and do something. Versus I help them out to be a character and to grow too. And as that, we grow and grow and grow as a foundation. Money starts coming in. Business is looking good. You need somebody like that. If you have somebody in your life that's going to say, oh, well, buy me this, buy me that, get me this, get me that. Trust me. It's a short end of the stick on that. Believe me. All these girls are dressing up with the big butts trying to get the BBLs and the breasts out and all that. Fellas, that is called distraction. What are they going to do for you in your life? Think about this, okay? Fellas, think about this. And women, you too. Fellas, if you go to the club and the girl dress up all with the cleavage out and the booty and on all that, right? And you seduce her, you get her, and you know her and whatnot. Think about life, right? Let's think about life. Struck to the core. Let's say you pass away, okay? And you have a business. What is she going to do to your business? Is she going to continue on with your business? Or is she going to sell your business? Now, if you be like, oh, I don't give a shit because I'm dead. I don't give a fuck because I'm not here to maintain it. It's called legacy. Legacy. To me, legacy is very important. Michael Jackson been dead since 2009, and we are still mentioning his name. Elvis been dead for so many years, and we still mention his name. Harrison Ford been dead for so many years, and we still mentioning his name. JFK been dead for so many years, we still mention his name. Martin Luther King been dead for so many years, we still mention his name. Malcolm X been dead for so many years, we still mention his name. Paul Walker been dead for so many years, we've been mentioning his name. Andre the Giant been dead for so many years, we've been mentioning his name. Those are called legacies. Legacies. Steve Jobs, legacy. Those guys, when they passed away, they carry on a next generation to still say, hey, this guy means something. Legacy is very important when you leave this earth. It's all about the day that you was born. The dash is all about is what you bring into your life. And the end of the year is what you leave on this earth. Legacy is very important. That end of the year is very important, is what you leave on this earth. The people to say, hey, this person brought something to this earth. He brought something into people's lives, which makes their lives matter. So think about that. Think about your legacy. Think about the people that you bring into your life to build your legacy and who will carry on your legacy for the next generation and the next generation to come. So keep that in mind. If you lonely and you're trying to find somebody and you're trying to be in a relationship, don't be in a relationship so quick with that person. Know that person first. Know who you're dealing with. Know that the person's traumatizing thoughts or their backstories and whatnot. And if that person is suitable for your life, then go for it. But if you know that that person is not beneficial for your life, then drop it. There's other beautiful women out there. Just got to find the right one. The rare ones are the best ones. And those are the loyal ones. And you know what? I'm just probably the longest versus final word, but I'm gonna leave you with this. Find somebody that is there for you for a lifetime, not for a season. Find yourself a lifetime partner, not a seasonal partner. And I'm going to leave you with that. And ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching #TheVersaShow. And you make sure that you do these 3 things. You make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for viewing #TheVersaShow. You make sure that you just look at the Versa Island, listen to all the singles that you see on the advertisement. And as well, ladies and gentlemen, you keep following me on Instagram and whatnot, and DM me if you want to get on the show, you want to call in. If you got any questions, just let me know. You feel me what I'm saying? But most importantly, I thank you for kicking it with the Versa. You feel me? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you know that this is already, it's the best podcast around, and I am the Versa. And I see you on another episode on #TheVersaShow. And you know I gotta leave you with peace into the Middle East. Productions. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I thank you for watching the latest episode on #TheVersaShow. For more new episodes, you make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell for more new episodes. And if you have any questions to ask, to get my answer on this show, make sure that you add me on Instagram @TheVersa. And also, too, can't forget to follow, too, so press that button as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. Until next time, #TheVersaShow, the best podcast around.